Not a bad place for an all-day meeting. It's Thursday, C12 day. Actually visiting a different group than I normally go to because we were out of town last week, but I'm looking forward to today. Should be a good day. As expected, C12 was awesome today. I get so much out of those days when I'm basically just soaking it up like a sponge. So thank you guys at C12 for letting me crash your group. I really appreciate it. And guys in my group, I will see you next month. I'm really looking forward to it. I miss you guys. So one of our segments today was on delegation. We spent a good amount of time talking about delegation and what keeps us from delegating and why we can be the bottleneck and how delegation can keep us from being the bottleneck. One of the things that struck me, and the title of this video is You Need a New Job Description. The reason I say you need a new job description is that your business is going to grow, and as your business grows, your responsibilities are going to grow. There are going to be things that you did 5 years ago that you shouldn't be doing today. There's things you're doing today that you shouldn't be doing 5 years from now. If you're growing quickly, or you're adding people, or you're adding new product lines, then that stuff can change on a much more frequent basis. There could be stuff that you were doing a month ago that you should not be doing today. If you don't explicitly put down in writing the things that you should not be doing on a regular basis, you're just gonna keep doing them. And if you don't explicitly put those things down on paper, you don't have a basis from which to delegate to other people. You're just basically delegating from the hip. And when you do that, you can delegate tasks very effectively from the hip. But what you should be trying to do over the long term is delegate a role. So maybe you're responsible for the product launch, but when it comes to rolling out the product across 3 or 4 different locations, or when it comes to training new employees on the launch, that role is something that you should delegate to somebody else. And then from there and forevermore, anytime that task has to come up, everybody knows exactly who's going to do it. They don't have to wait for you to tell them who's going to do it this time. Taking your job description out, and rather than deleting the things that you shouldn't be doing anymore, you should be adding things that you're not going to do anymore, I think is a much more intentional way to go about it. It's also a much more explicit way of identifying the things that you know you should be delegating, and then you can tick them off and make sure that all those things in your job description that it says you should not be doing, identify what roles in the organization are going to take those over, or what roles are going to be created to take those kind of tasks over. I'm going to do that for me over the next 30 days. That's a commitment that I made today. Identify the tasks that I'm not going to do anymore and get those delegated off into roles in our organization. See you guys tomorrow. All right, so you ready?
All right.
So you have to get your mouth completely full of water.
Stop. Don't make me laugh. Stop. Already, stop.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Andrew, stop. Imagine if that was you.